What's poppin', y'all? One of the most hated rappers of all time. For what reason? I couldn't really bring up a reason. Some people will probably be able to come up with a reason of their own. But Logic was performing at the Red Rocks Amphitheater, and this was one of his first performances in a very long time. He had fell back from performing, touring, doing all the rapping related stuff. And I say rapping related stuff because he was still putting out music, and he's put out some really, really great projects since he exited out of Def Jam, which his last project on there, I believe, was No Pressure. He had projects like Vinyl Days, which was really great, and then there was another one in between there that was actually very, very, very good. But of course, it didn't get a ton of promotion, and a bunch of people, they don't even care when Logic drops, or they don't even know when Logic drops, and they're not really tapped in to see when he does drop and check it out. I'm not gonna lie, like even me personally, past Vinyl Days, I didn't know he dropped, so it's just randomly when I think of Logic, I'll go check it out and then see if he's got anything new. But I'm gonna play you guys this altercation, or this interaction, it wasn't an altercation, that he had with the fan at his show. Actually, I don't think it was at Red Rocks, because this looked like an indoor venue. I don't know if this was in Newark. Regardless, it was somewhere.
Hold up. Are you on your phone texting as I am giving my all? Get this Get this right. Don't boo him. Don't boo him. Don't boo him. Don't boo him. Who you texting? Who you texting? Your lady. Okay, good. All right. Okay. What you say? He said, my bad. It's all good. It's your girl. Do you love her? Oh, okay. He loves her. All right. I feel that. Okay. What's your name? Daniel? You think you can do me a favor and pay attention in the front seat and not be on your phone for a second? All right. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to show you how hard it is to do what I'm doing. Let's do it. Here we go.
So this was the clip that everybody decided to go in on. And this is one thing that bothers me a bit, is because I think the people that don't just hate on Logic, they're like, yo, he kicked them out of the show. No, he didn't kick the guy out of the show. He just had a fun moment with him. He pointed the guy out, and he's like, man, look at this guy over here. Or he didn't actually get him out of there. But he had this interaction, and I do think it stems from the fact that Logic felt disrespected, that some guy is front row seats at his show, and he probably sees people all the way in the back that probably couldn't afford those seats all the way in the front, or they couldn't get there fast enough. It depends, because usually festivals, like the people all the way in the front at the gates, the barriers, whatever it is, they just got there really, really early, so they committed a ton of time there. Or with shows, sometimes, for shows, you usually have to pay to be up front. So he probably sees fans that would go crazier up front, and this guy's just chilling, texting on his phone. And I don't think it was something short. I think the person was on his phone for quite a while. And Logic puts on a lot of effort for his performance. You can hear I couldn't play it for you guys, but the guy's rapping. He is rapping on the stage. He is performing on the stage. I actually saw Logic perform. I think he was a co-head. It was in San Diego several years ago. It might have even been 2019. It was either I think it was 2019. Damn. Yeah, it was 2019. And he was performing with, I think, Megan Thee Stallion. I know she performed at that place, and it was Blink-182, and they performed. And Logic put on a great performance. I think he performed right before Blink-182, if I'm not mistaken. But hey, I could be. No, actually, did Megan Thee Stallion? I don't even know. Well, we're not going to keep going down that tangent. We're going to circle this back. So Logic is having fun, and this is one thing that I think people that are casually not into Logic, but they hear about Logic, and really when you hear about Logic, it's either Joe Budden knocking on him, somebody knocking on him getting hate. But the guy's into comedy. He's into comedy, he's into films, and I'm going to give you guys, just when it comes to fans, right? Like I posted this several days before that show, or before this clip started circling, and I posted it on Instagram, and this guy, Bryce Fitz, he had posted something where he was like reciting Logic lyrics, and then Logic reposted it and said, this kid knows my songs better than I do, so I'm giving him free concert tickets for the rest of his life. That is a hard thing to keep up with. I mean, remember when I think it was Drake or somebody was doing a giveaway with Aiden Ross, and then some lady's like, yo, he said he was going to pay for my medical bills. I ain't getting no payment for my medical bills yet, and his team blocked me. And then she went online. That thing got thrown under the bus. I think they handled it, but just to be able to manage this for an extended period of time, because this was years ago that this got posted. It was in 2022. And that guy, Bryce Fitz, he posted again, and he said, man of his word to this day, Heart Logic. So Logic gave him free concert tickets since 2022, and this guy's a Logic fan, so he's using them. So he's keeping his word to a fan like that. So you can't just say that he's somebody that is ungrateful to fans or something like that. That narrative has to get thrown out the window. And Logic, I don't know if it was J. Cole that did this first or Logic took it from J. Cole, but when he was visiting fans, I think this was for the Incredible True Story, to play them that project before it came out. So this guy's shown a lot of love to fans in his entire career, throughout his entire career, well over 10 years now. So what has Logic been up to lately? Because this performance is out of the ordinary. I thought Logic just chilled, fell back. Well, he's been working on a film. So he's been working on a comedy film as well. And it's called Paradise Records. So he came back and posted a video to his YouTube channel, which is kind of like a vlog talking to his fans video. And I'm going to play you guys the first clip right now.
You know, I've spent the better half of the last 20 plus years telling you in music. And now I'm so excited to show you in film with my movie Paradise Records, which is coming very soon, should be this year. And I really want to bring you in on that journey with me, you know, and it isn't the world, it isn't as many eyes as possible. Like, I don't give a shit about that. I have made this film for me and other people like me who enjoy movie making. You know, you might not even, I think some people will love it. It's a comedy. I think some people will be like, oh, it's just a bunch of, you know, jokes of whatever. But it's shot beautifully because of the incredible cinematographer and crew and team that I had. And like, I love movies.
So here, this is the first of a vlog series that he's going to start in promoting his Paradise Records film. And part of what he did at that show was give a link out for people to pre-order the film that's going to come out Blu-ray. He's self-producing it. I believe he's self-publishing it as well. Like, he didn't go with the big publisher or distributor, or I think it's self-distribution, self-publish. Listen, I don't know the details of it, but he's putting it out himself. Okay, that's as simple as it gets. And I think it's cool to see this because Logic has always been a big fan. You see, like, Supermarket, I think that was the book that he wrote. He was leaning and teetering towards writing for a film. And then you see projects like The Incredible True Story and Under Pressure. You're like, yo, these kind of, it meshes well, especially The Incredible True Story. Like, man, that is a very well put together album. And you could tell that this guy's really into films. And he's always been that type of guy, creating different worlds. Like, he created this alter ego who I forgot his name, but he was like a comic book character that rapped, and he did that like undercover to a degree for a year. And now he's talking about how music is going to incorporate into this and why he stepped back from music. I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now.
What else can you do? I've hit every milestone, every accomplishment, you know, the money, the fame, the success, the sold out arenas and performing in stadiums, and like, it's just, I did it. You know, and I'm very appreciative that I did it, and I can't believe it. And as I grow, and as I age, and as I get older, like, I want you, the person who genuinely loves and is obsessed with my music and my message of peace, love, and positivity, and the pursuit of one's dream. I want you there to know what's been going on, why I'm essentially re-entering this space, and how I'm gonna do it. You know, this isn't for likes, this isn't for clicks. The algorithm is everybody, so it just doesn't matter. You know, I think artists reach something like 7% of their actual fan base. You know, and I had spent well over a decade culminating millions of fans and followers online just for, you know, companies and robots to do a bunch of numbers and make it so that a lot of people that love you can't see you, and that's okay.
This is something that I think is really cool because while Logic hasn't stopped rapping, he has left the rap industry. He's not signed to a major label anymore. He's not trying to do interviews. He's not trying to consistently tour. He's not trying to collaborate with other artists that he believes can level him up within the industry. He's not trying to get awards. He's existing on his own, and he decided to pivot to something else. And this was at a point in time when he was performing well as commercially as an artist. He was doing fine. He was doing better than 99% of rappers. But for him to move into a new venture, I like that. And I also like the fact that he points out that his reach is limited. And that's just the unfortunate nature of how the algorithms have changed from being follower based to content based, or quote unquote quality based, which is when Logic was coming up in the game, where let's say 15 years ago, or even like a Mac Miller, right? He was on Tree J TV, or he was Tree J TV, whichever one. If he had 500,000 followers and then he posted a music video, almost all of the 500,000 would see it. With Logic, that's not the case. Logic has 3.5 million followers, and this first like vlog that he came back with got 20,000 views 10 days ago. And some people that are ill-informed and ignorant will be like, man, like nobody even cares about Logic anymore. Well, that's not all the way the truth. They're just not showing it to all of the people that he built up as subscribers. So he just spent all that time building up people for it to almost not matter whatsoever, which is quite sad. But hey, this is what these big platforms, this is the lesson that they always tell you, right? Don't trust any big platform. But I decided to take a look at Paradise Records, the website, and you actually get 5 unreleased Logic albums, which is crazy. This is going to sound like an ad, but I promise, right hand to God, it would be illegal for me to lie. Right hand to God, this is not an ad. I just like how he's putting these things together. So he's producing a film, and now he's doing a pre-order for it, but in the pre-order, he knows a lot of people are fans of his music, so he's giving 5 albums with it. And this is what's actually getting me to buy it, because frankly, if you just told me, oh, a Logic movie, do you want to buy this thing? I'm like, I don't even really watch movies as it is from big name producers. So for me to buy a Logic film and it's not just easy to watch, that's unlikely. But you tell me, yo, there are 5 unreleased Logic albums with the movie? I'm like, okay. I mean, dude, 5 unreleased albums for what? Let me just check the pre-order on this thing. $30? 5 unreleased Logic albums for $30. That's a steal. Why wouldn't I do that? But he actually has this interesting release method too, where it says there's 10 golden tickets, and it's kind of like what was that movie, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? And he says each winner and guest will spend a day with Logic. So I might have to buy up. We gotta collectively buy up as many as we can to get a golden ticket, and then we donate that golden ticket to Joe Budden, and then we have Joe Budden spend a day with Logic. I think that would be legendary, and it would have to be filmed. Now, this next part where he says they will be flown to Portland, I don't know, Logic. This might have turned me away. I've never been to Portland, but I've seen enough from Portland. I've had 2 homies of mine live in Portland, and they said do not even bother visiting that place. They lived there. They were like, you don't even want to go there. It's trash. Do not come out there. Listen, I don't know, but I trust my friend's judgment. So I don't know if I'm trying to pull up to Portland, Logic. But an exclusive private concert, now we're talking. That would be where the movie was filmed. It's not a bad idea either. But imagine Joe Budden getting sent to Portland. Now we're talking. I would like to see that. And we have a vlog. I think that would kill it, especially for Joe Budden's Patreon content. Come on, Joe Budden. You know you want to do this. Or I will be willing to donate it if I get one. I'm only buying one Paradise Records film thing, so we'll see. And then he gives a couple of other, like he gets a authentic handwritten page from Logic's rhyme book, which I didn't know Logic still wrote in a rhyme book, but it is something that Logic would do. But that's what he's been up to. I think he is mistakenly being hated on here for no reason. We've seen, and this is a good point, we've seen rappers like Travis Scott behave far worse to their fans than what Logic is doing here. And Logic is not behaving bad. We know Logic is just joking around. Travis is not a jokester. That guy, he got a couple of jokes thrown at him for looking like a, what is it, People were saying he looked like a beetle or something when he was dressed as that brown, tan-colored, was it Superman? One outfit in Halloween, and he got offline. He couldn't even take the jokes for that. So, and I wouldn't say the hiding his face was because he couldn't take jokes, but we know Travis Scott is not the funny guy, or he doesn't even try to be funny. So when Travis Scott is behaving like an a-hole and kicking people out and yelling at people, he's dead serious. But also, I will say that Travis is somebody that he loves his fans. So like if a fan is going crazy and raging and knows all the lyrics, he'll pull them up on stage. I remember back in 2015, I think it was, he took like a Supreme box logo t-shirt off of his own back and gave it to a fan. Or he gave him an extra one. One of those things. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure he gave it off of his own back to a fan because the fan knew all of the lyrics. But this was 2015 Travis Scott or 2014 Travis Scott. Travis Scott now is a different story. That guy's a freaking megastar. Another example of people not understanding that Logic is into comedy is the clip when he was on Bobby Althof's podcast. And when he says that, oh, did you ever think about, like exiting this life, unplugging from this realm that we are all in, this physical realm, and entering the spiritual realm? And I'm going to play you guys this clip right now.
You don't feel like it's easier now that you have money, though?
Oh, I think I'm comfortable, but I think
Because you can afford to get therapy. And
1,000%, but it doesn't mean that I haven't thought about myself. And
Yeah.
I couldn't do it because then I'd be a meme because I'm the 1-800 guy. It's the whole thing. So I'm stuck here.
I'm sorry. I don't think they'd make memes of you. They'd be like, it's always the
They would
people
totally make
No.
memes of me.
No.
They'd be like, he should have listened to his own song.
No, it would.
That's what they would say.
No, they would say it's always the people who you least expect it or who look like they're the strongest people. That's what they would say.
Yeah. Well, like I said.
Don't do that. Don't.
No.
I don't want to be on my podcast that you talked about that. That's horrible.
Well, that'd be good for you, probably.
I don't want to be known for pushing you over the edge.
No.
If I killed the 1-800 guy, it's really bad. It's bad.
Yo,
I don't want to do it.
you're so good. You're funny, man.
But don't.
I got to put you in a movie.
So this clip was circulating on Twitter like crazy when it first came out. People were laughing. People were like, yo, he actually knows. People were commenting like, yo, I can't believe he believed. But the point is, people thought that he was being dead serious. Now they know Bobby Althof's podcast is kind of like this dry humor where she's being somewhat sarcastic, somewhat snarky, and they have that context, but they don't think that Logic is playing along. Which just goes to show you that Logic played along so well that he seemed like he was being dead serious when he was joking. And you could even hear him laugh at the end of it when he says that she's funny. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.